That was when I realized it wasn't just about me anymore. The cycle had to end here. I was 12 weeks pregnant when I told my parents. I waited until after the first scan, after the doctor gave the all clear. I sat across from them at their kitchen table and shared the news, expecting maybe a pause, a smile, even a small moment of warmth. My mother's first question was, "Will you be working after the baby's born?" Not, "Are you okay?" Not, "Do you need anything?" Just that. My father didn't say much. He leaned back in his chair and said, "Let your mother guide you. She knows how to raise a kid." That was the end of the conversation. No hugs, no excitement, just instructions. 2 days later, I started getting emails, articles about baby sleep training, rigid feeding routines, and how to enforce discipline from day one. Most of them came from my mother's account, but a few were from random parenting blogs she'd subscribed me to without asking. She also sent me a list of must-read books, most of them written in the 90s, all of them with titles that made parenting sound like a military operation. And when I mentioned to her that I was planning on using gentle parenting techniques, she didn't even blink before snapping back with, "Good luck raising a spoiled brat." She followed it up with stories from when I was little, how I only listened because I was scared to act out. She said it proudly like it was something to aim for. I talked to my father again. He nodded like he always did and repeated himself, "Just let your mother help. She's done this before." He looked past me as he said it, already checked out of the conversation. A few weeks later, my friends threw me a baby shower at a cozy community center near my apartment. They decorated the place in soft colors, set up a simple buffet, and even made a custom cake with the baby's name piped in icing. My mother showed up in a dress that screamed for attention and a face that made it clear she wasn't impressed. She complained about the decorations, said the food was too bland, criticized the guest list for not including some distant relatives she hadn't spoken to in years. When she saw the name tags on the table, she asked why hers didn't say grandma and said the handwriting was sloppy. During the gift opening, she handed me a heavy, leather-bound book wrapped in shiny gold paper. Inside was a parenting manual from the early 2000s. Tucked inside the front cover was a sticky note that read, "For when you realize you're not as smart as you think." Later that evening, I found out she had pulled one of my friends aside and told her she couldn't wait to reteach the baby properly once the child's old enough to stay with grandma. My friend told me about it right away, nervous that it might cause trouble, but I was glad she did. That night, I called my mother and told her clearly I wasn't comfortable with her watching the baby unsupervised. She laughed and called me hormonal, said I was being paranoid. I didn't respond. The next morning, I got a call from my younger sister. She's close with my mother, always has been. She told me I needed to stop making everything about the past and let them be involved. I asked if she knew about the book or the comment at the shower. She didn't answer directly, just told me not to make a scene. I went to my next therapy session with all of it. The gifts, the judgment, the guilt trips. My therapist helped me draft a message, something firm, not emotional. I took the wording and sent it in a group chat with my mother, father, and sister. It said that while I appreciated their interest, I would be setting clear boundaries. I would not allow criticism of my parenting decisions, and any involvement with the baby would have to be respectful and on my terms. My mother replied 2 minutes later with a sentence I knew too well. "You'll understand when you're a mother." She ended it with a period. No emoji, no warmth, just that phrase like a sentence. My father replied the next day, "Maybe let her help a little. It'll make things easier. Keep the peace." That was when I understood clearly, peace in our family only existed when no one stood up to her. A week later, I posted a few pictures of the nursery I was setting up, pale yellow walls, animal prints, soft rugs, and bookshelves lined with bedtime stories. I captioned it with a note about how I couldn't wait to read to my child. My mother commented under the post, "Too soft. No child learns discipline in a pastel room." It was public. A few of my friends replied, but I deleted the comment before it spiraled. I sent her one final message. Direct, clear, without emotion.